Do you think he can fly?
Shh, here he comes. Well, all right. Now it's time for me to tell you all what you've done wrong since I last saw you. And don't try and hide, because I'm Jesus. I will find you. Let's start with you, Peter. You lied to your mother the other day. Andrew, you said a naughty word when you hit your finger with the hammer. James, you laughed at him when he hit his finger. Moving right along, John, you drank too much wine the other night. Not way too much, just enough to make me angry. Matthew, we fell asleep in church, didn't we? Yes, we did. And Thomas, you were slow dancing a little too close with that girlfriend of yours. Let's see, and you, I forgot your name, so you're off the hook for now. Philip, I saw you smoking a cigarette behind that big rock the other day. Thaddeus, I hate to say I saw you stick up your middle finger at someone who cut you off when you were riding your camel. Benjamin, you aren't wearing your WWJD bracelet. Jacob, I don't mind you saying my name, but not after you stub your toe. And Frank, you know what you did. I just can't repeat it because I'm Jesus. All right, all you sinners, come with me. It's time to pay the piper.
Man, it was only one cigarette.
I heard that. Look at all these sinners. All right, listen up. Listen to me. I'm Jesus. Listen to what I have to say. I have done many wonderful things. I have healed many people of diseases. I have performed many miracles so that I can tell you this. You're all evil. There is no hope. That's it. Thank you.
So that's not the most accurate picture of what Jesus is like, but for many people, that's exactly what they think Jesus is like. Maybe even many of us view Jesus as this holier-than-thou kind of person who is constantly judging us and telling us all the wrong things we've ever done. And even though this isn't at all what Jesus is like, unfortunately, many people who claim to follow Jesus are. Christians can often be the most judgmental people. We look at the mistakes of others so we can feel better about ourselves. And whether you consider yourself a follower of Jesus or not, almost everyone knows that Jesus himself was the one who said, "Do not judge, or you too will be judged." Jesus taught his followers that they shouldn't live their lives judging others and putting them down so they can feel better about themselves. Because that's not at all who Jesus is. But when Jesus said, "Do not judge," was he saying that we should never tell anyone that they're doing anything wrong? I mean, before we even get to Jesus, just imagine how that would work in society. Is Jesus saying we shouldn't have actual judges that enforce the laws when people break them? Is Jesus saying that we should just allow people to hurt others or even hurt themselves without us saying anything because we don't want to judge? Do you think this is what Jesus actually meant? Well, I'm not so sure. In fact, Jesus gives us a picture of what the wrong kind of judgment and the right kind of judgment look like. He says, "Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye?" Now, Jesus is using actually a comical image here to describe how most of us judge. We look at someone else's sin or mistake that really isn't that big of a deal, and we think less of them or we make fun of them because of it. All the while, we've got this huge sin in our lives that we're ignoring. It's like we're laughing about a speck of sawdust in someone else's eye while we have a giant log in ours. Jesus continues, "You hypocrite," or "you phony, you faker. First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." Jesus says the first person you should judge is you. Whenever I see a problem in someone else's life, it shouldn't make me feel better than them. It should make me look at my own life. Are there ways that I have that same problem? And when we do, often we see we don't just have a speck of that sin, we've got a giant log, because no one is perfect. And the way most of us judge makes me feel better than other people, when in reality, we're all broken. We're all sinners. We all need God's help. And so when I see a problem in someone else, it should lead me to work on myself and then I can help them, but not because I'm better, because I know we're the same. You see, most of us judge to feel better than others, but Jesus says we should judge to help others and ourselves. So first I deal with the sin in my own life, and then I'll be able to help someone else do the same. So talk in your groups about what Jesus really meant by do not judge, and then we'll move on.